All right, what's up, YouTube? All right, so before I start with the video, you'll see in the title this awesome 20-year-old kid I met in Dallas, Texas. I was at BGS doing some grading stuff. Oh, it was kind of funny. I was waiting out in 100-degree weather, grabbing my, hundreds, thousands, or millions of dollars of cards. It was crazy. It was a line, 6 feet, distance. It's crazy. But I met this guy. His name is Angel. Great kid. Works at Discount Tire. He is going to college for business, and nice Hispanic father who I met. Great background, hardworking, just really, really something I wanted to share with you guys before we start the video. The video footage you're about to see is pretty raw. It's just kind of right at the hotel lobby kind of area upstairs. But I wanted to say something. I want you to get guys to think about this. This kid is 20 years old. He had a foresight to find a collection and he purchased it. He did everything that I've always been saying all the time. Buy it out. Buy it all out. I don't care what it is, buy it. If you see an opportunity, grab it. Don't just hesitate, buy it all out. That's what I told him also. There was extra comic stuff or other, artwork stuff. Buy it if you can. Buy everything out. And what he's done is he's capitalized on something of being in the right place at the wrong time, right place at the right time. Now, a lot of you will probably argue and say, well, being in the right place at the right time also means you're screwing the other person over, Dan. No, it's not. Because if you offer a deal or the person offers you a price, you just buy it. It's up to the seller to actually come up with the price. The buyer is not responsible for the seller not doing the research, not doing the the market analysis, not determining what they have appraisal. Now, if you're hired for an appraisal, that's different. But this Angel was not hired for the appraisal. He was hired to purchase the item. So in this case, I gotta say, his ability to negotiate and find the deal, to be able to be aggressive enough, but not pushy in the sense that, hey, look, I'm going to, you have to make the person feel comfortable, right? And this individual ended up selling Angel multiple items over and over again. And I'm actually going to be meeting with him in Seattle, actually, coming up soon. So he found more items from this same seller. Pretty freaking awesome. I'll have more footage of that. But the reality is, look, I want to say again, when you look at this footage, I want you to think very carefully about yourself. Are you, especially people in my Magic Business School, okay? Are you out there sitting and waiting for business to come to you? Or are you out there making a difference? Are you actually putting yourself out there, creating a brand, actually going out there and being aggressive, finding deals? You will not always win on every deal. You will not always get the best deal. You will not always make the best margins on every deal. This deal that he got was insane of profit. Great windfall. It doesn't always happen. I told him that if he buys a car, he buys some idiot depreciation asset, it's stupid. Even his dad said on the video, do not do it. You're right, do not do it. Save your money, invest, create something out of it. I hope all the young people out there who are starting out their careers understand, look at this kid. He is awesome. He actually went out there, did something for himself. He's not out there, and his exact words was, he's hustling. Not the word that people would all normally say. Some people would say it's negative, but hustling to me in a positive way, especially a positive way, I take it as a positive way, is outworking, outgrinding, not making excuses, not playing World of Warcraft or League of Legends, no offense to those guys out there playing Magic all day, but also being broke, complaining about why the government's not doing something for you, complaining why your mom and dad didn't help you out, complaining about everything in your life, your job, your boss. Who cares? No one cares about the complaints. This kid doesn't care. This kid went out there and did it for himself. Enjoy life, everybody. Where am I? Where am I? Well, you'll find out here soon.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
All right, welcome back. We are in Dallas, Texas. We're with Angel. How's it going? Say hello.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, Angel is 20, right?
Yes.
All right, 20, and his dad or brother?
Dad.
Dad? All right, get together real quick. I'll get a quick picture of you guys. All right, ready? 1, 2, and 3. All right, so the story goes, Angel posted on one of the Facebook groups that he has the sealed collection of packs and vintage packs, a couple of revised, antiquities, the dark, legends. These are just some loose common legends. That was actually over here, put it on the wrong place. And a couple big dogs. This is international edition sealed set. Back in the day, you can get it for $49.99 or $52.95 in this store's case. Pretty incredible. And the seal's pretty good. It has what you call this little flare-up that happens. It's just because it's so tight type of thing. But the key thing here is you want to look at the seal here. There's this double seal in a way. If you did open it up, it kind of has this, it's not just a single seal, but it's like a double seal. The fakes don't usually have that. It has to be tight. Another thing is the revised starter deck. You guys saw I had a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
So what'd you think?
I think it's pretty cool. I like the Finance Fridays.
The Friday stuff.
The Friday stuff. I saw it. It was really cool how you would talk about economic events and what's going to happen. You're going to try to predict what's, the
Markets.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're in business, right? Mm-hmm. You want to start your own business one day?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I do.
All right. Cool. So then we have this revised starter deck. This was the 3rd edition. I think this was pretty much gold seal all the time. And this did not have any of the Power 9 or anything. That leaves it up to this beautiful beta starter deck. How do you know it's beta? Is that there's nothing written in the front, but the serial number on the bottom here is 6000 right here. This one here, you'll notice, is 6100. Is revised. More importantly, actually, is that if it's alpha, which is actually 1st edition, which would be worth even more money, would be if there's no serial, there's no barcode.
No barcode.
Yeah. I like this kind of old school stuff. I have mini decks where there's these old store kind of their own codes. Kind of cool. Key thing with these is you want to make sure that the seals here are not, there's no lifting at all. Yeah, so when I do that, I'm not lifting it at all. There's really no gluing at all. But what happens with these is there's a couple factors is that there's this striped seal. See that like that? It's almost like on a $100 bill. It's like it's kind of like a counterfeit measure. No, not a counterfeit measure, but it's like it's a known thing that striped seal exists. Sometimes the reseals don't even have that. Also, another thing is that it's almost like, so when you pull the thread, it kind of actually makes it, it's almost like you can twist it and kind of just like spin it around and pull that thread out, right? Kind of like a package. That's why that exists. So it kind of starts right there. So that, and you can pull it and kind of pull a string, basically. Another thing to look for is that this top part here, if it's very, very bent, almost like a cardboard pushed back, it's been opened. So, it's almost like a flip, right? So, for example, you have some over here. Look carefully, right? Look at that. Yeah, see how it's kind of like already like this, like that. It has that, but it's not like in the light. It has this kind of a giveaway. So that's one that I've seen over the years quite a bit. The last thing that I already looked at, I'm trying to do it with one-handed, is if you shake it a little bit, you shouldn't be hearing a bunch of loose cards. What you hear is this uniform deck type of thing. Whereas, listen carefully. If you have loose cards, these are loose cards. See that? These are just lands, so they don't care, right? Watch carefully again. Yeah, so they're all moving together. You don't really hear this ridiculous, you know, thing. All right, so it's so obvious that it's, you know what I mean. All right, so yeah, so that was kind of the post on Facebook, and so yeah, so real quick, so the next part of the video, Angel, tell us more about how you just, you know, you have to tell us numbers, but tell us like kind of the provenance, which is like the history, and speak louder if you can. Go ahead.
And so how I found these was through a Facebook post. The lady posted PlayStation 2 games, and they were a really good price, a bunch of solid titles, and I assumed that she got flooded with messages, so of course she couldn't reply to everyone. And so a week passes by, you know, I keep messaging her. She finally got back to me, but she's like, hey, I sold the games. A person bought them and bought a bunch of other stuff. And I'm like, what else? And then she said, I had a bunch of brand new 90s Legos all unopened, and the guy bought them.
90s Legos? Did you take those?
I got a couple myself.
Holy moly.
And so
wow, man.
She's like, yeah, how I got all of this is because my friend, he died of an aneurysm at the age of 50. And so I got left with all his stuff before he goes to his mother. And so if you want to come by the house and check out his stuff, feel free to. And so I did. And then I got to the location. At first, I didn't see any of this. They were all in the box, tucked away. But she said, go dig through. And so there were a bunch of old school, like, computer floppy disk games for this one system. I forgot. I'm not that old. Only 20. And so she had a bunch of comic books from the 80s, 90s, Marvel, what else? A bunch of anime comic books. And then she had a bunch of toys. And also, she let me look through everything that she took from his house over to hers. And then there was this box, and I saw there were a bunch of, you know, card games, like, for example, Rage.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The games that
didn't work out.
The games that didn't work out, right? And so, and then I saw the Magic the Gathering stuff, right? The first thing I saw was the International Collector's Edition. I saw that it was sealed. Me personally, I don't know that much about Magic, but I do know that sealed products, you know, of course they're gonna fetch for some money. But I didn't specifically know that they were from, you know, the 90s. And so I saw the International, and then I saw a booster box filled with a bunch of sealed packs, and I'm like, no brainer, I think I should buy this. And then inside also was the beta starter deck.
Did you know it was beta?
No, I didn't know it was
no
beta
idea.
until, you know, I started looking this stuff up when I got home.
Wow.
And I just got surprised by the value of these cards. And then
sure.
And then the stuff to the right.
Yeah, this is some extra stuff you came back to get.
Yeah, this is some all extra stuff I came back to get.
So there was some just these games are useless. The Spellfire, but this is back in the day. This is like a promo deck thing. It's like a promo. It's not significant value. He does have some of these multi-lands, which is part of the revised set, dual lands, and that was part. It's not a full set, but he does have from this set here. And that's the best card you can get. Basically, what he did here was he opened some packs, what I'm noticing, and he essentially conglomerated them into like they have lots of lands and stuff to basically make decks, maybe collect. In fact, like you guys all are collectors and stuff or players. He put like, you know, like the revised cards in here like this. And they're just regular cards. It could be green creatures, red creatures. I assume there's a Shivan in there probably. Red spells. So it's kind of like, I think what he was doing was, I think he was probably a gamer, which makes me, it's kind of interesting. Like we're kind of dissecting what the mind was of this guy, right? 10 minutes. Yeah, we're trying to figure out, you know, like, was he a collector? Was he a gamer? And my feeling is that he probably was a gamer. There might be actually decks that he had, possibly, that he made. So decks were in 60 cards. using lands and creatures and spells, kind of like how he has it set up here, like green creatures, right? So that could have been the setup that he had. So I was explaining to Angel that if he had what we called like the beta cards, which are black border, but of the same type of set as the revised, the value, if you had like the Power 9 and some of the multi-lands, like for example, if you had a black border version of that in beta, okay, that would be like almost like $7,000. And this is like $300 or $400, depending on the condition, right? So that's you see what I'm saying? That's why I was telling you, if you had that all here, it would be black. It would be $100,000 plus, without looking. Especially if you have the Black Lotus, the Power 9, and all that. And they didn't do that for revised, so only the dual lands. So, but still, it's an amazing find. So, you went back to her. Did you buy any video games? You said?
No. The guy who beat me to bought the video games and a bunch more Legos than me. So.
But the thing is, this actually turned out better. You can buy yourself a lot of Legos now.
Yeah,
and a lot of video games.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Dad? Pretty impressed?
I've been seeing he consistently, like a very disciplined. He goes probably 3 times a week or more out to find stuff.
Like to garage sales?
Garage sales,
Facebook posts, OfferUp.
Yeah,
all of that.
And that pays off.
Wow.
So to get to this point, he probably already visit, 40 people at their houses and.
Wow.
And
40 people?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Unfreaking incredible.
It's not out of luck, is it?
Yeah.
I see more like a work discipline.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's amazing to me, and I admire that of him.
Yeah, absolutely. No, totally. Yeah. Anything else you want to mention, like for young kids out there trying to start their lives? I mean, this is pretty incredible, actually.
If you're not happy with where you are, find something to change that. And for me, I go out, I hunt for this stuff, and to get a profit and to get things that I need, that's a necessity to just help with my life, And so if there's a message that I want to say, is that hustle, hustle every day.
Yeah.
So
do you mind saying where you work at?
I work at Discount Tire.
Yeah. And what do you do?
I change tires, I put on new tires, I fix them, and that's about it. Check the air.
That's so awesome. And you're 20.
I'm 20.
And college full time.
Yes.
Full-time business degree or business major, right?
Yeah.
And you plan on going to start your own business or work for someone else? What do you think?
I plan to start my own business. I have an idea in mind where it's a combination of different things. I don't want to say it out loud.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I plan to start my own business when I'm older.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, that's awesome. But do you think you might go to work for someone else first? Because, typically they do that corporate, you worked in the auto, business.
Yeah, of course.
But you save up the money as an entrepreneur to then basically create something.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You does he live at home?
Yeah.
Oh, free rent?
Yes.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
No, he helps.
That's good. No, that's good. That's good. You have brothers, sisters, or?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
To 1 or 2?
2.
That's awesome. So this is a great story. So we're gonna finish up to our negotiation, get this done, and then I'll do a little follow up here. I want to say again, thank you so much, Angel, and I keep pronouncing your name wrong. Elalio. We'll kind of follow up here in a minute, finish it all up, and this is awesome because Angel, I gotta say, he had a lot of people ask about the collection. Oh my God, like hundreds,
over 50 people.
50 people, but I say this all the time, but I picked up the damn phone, I called them on Facebook Messenger, and we talked for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? It was like at least 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And we just talked about life and other things, and so what was it that you wanted to kind of talk to me about it? I mean, other than money part, what really is the thing that caught your eye rather than talking to 50 other people?
You were just really upfront and honest. Honesty, goes a long way. And you're like, hey, you got this. I'll do this for you. We can meet this day. You were really straightforward. And so that's what I liked. Other people were telling me, oh, yeah, you have this. They were lowballing me, stuff like that. Yeah. And you...
Just straight, just was more clear about it.
More clear, yes.
Yeah. I think that's important. I think I have like a business a school type of thing. Some people have joined and do it on our Facebook or on my Patreon. And I keep telling people, even if you're not in the school thing, he said, hustle. You have to hustle. You have to make deals. You actually remind me a lot of myself doing deals when I was young. Mm-hmm. I did this exactly the same thing. I don't even know. There's so many stories where there was a deal when I was one of the biggest deals, like right after, I'd probably say 23, something like that, 24. There was a deal where I flew all the way to Boston. Okay, I told this on one of the podcasts I got interviewed. This guy worked for Microsoft years ago, and he had a huge collection, and alpha, beta, all that stuff. But he had this original artwork also. The whole collection was like $35,000. I mean, sounds like a lot now, but it's worth a lot more now. Mm-hmm. But this artwork was like 25 something original pieces, and those artwork ended up, and that almost broke the deal. I almost didn't even want to buy it because it was like he was increasing the price by $3,000 or whatever. Oh. And I was like, well, that's a lot of money, right? Those pieces of artwork ended up becoming, like, I'd probably say hundreds of thousands, if not, priceless treasures, right, of the whole deal. And that whole entire thing, like, I was, like, I didn't want them. So you kind of, like you going back and trying to like get everything and trying to find, learning about, industries and stuff, you start realizing that you want to like try to get the whole deal, if that makes sense, right? Kind of like what you're saying, like try to get I told you, like, she had comics, right?
Yeah.
Go back and get those damn comics,
She had a lot of artwork.
Go back and get, yes. Yes. So there's no way, there's nothing, like, that's like the number one thing is that I think there's a saying in life, like, one man's junk is one man's treasure. Is that correct? Is that right, Dad? Yeah. Another man, yeah. So that's exactly what it is. Sometimes the guy who bought the PS games may have saw the Magic stuff, right? Just a box, but he didn't have also, this is the other part, is the foresight or the kind of the aggressive salesmanship, right? More salesmanship, right? To go and say, ask another question, right? And then have the ability to like understand, oh, wow, like recognize hey, is there an opportunity here? And it's kind of knowing other industries, because you also know Pokemon. Yeah, I know Pokemon. You're an anime, you know Legos, Transformers?
Nah, I don't know Transformers.
But I collect Transformers, so if I saw some old Transformers, I'd be like, whoa, like, I'd like to buy that too, right? Because now it's all about nostalgia and everything. That's what my channel is all about, is all the nostalgia. All right, guys, let me get these guys wrapped up and paid, and then we'll do a finish-up video. Thanks, Angel. Thank you again, sir. And we'll talk to you guys in a second. Running? All right, so welcome back. We have made the deal. Angel, thank you so much. Again, when you do deals, it's private, so you guys use your imagination. Trust me, Angel will now buy as much toilet paper as he wishes. How much toilet? Okay, he could buy more Costco toilet paper than he have for your entire lifetime, probably in some cases. But I want to thank Angel. He has an Instagram. Angel is also part of our deal. I like this about this guy, is he wanted, like, in the deal, I'll just say it, he wanted, like another $1,000, because I won't say the full deal, right? In this deal, what we did was I countered and I said, okay, I would like to, when I go to like GP Vegas, we're not having one this year, obviously it's all messed up. But when it happens, when I go back to Beckett, or when we have they have GP Dallas sometimes. Any of those things, next time we do any of those stuff, I would love to invite you to kind of hang out. I'd like to buy you dinner, hang out. Obviously you're kind of young. Well, you're not 21 yet. Well,
March.
maybe if your dad lets you go to Vegas.
Yeah, he can go to
Oh my God, this is be amazing. So bring your friends to go to Vegas, and then maybe we can coincide, do something fun. And even if there's not a convention, that's fine. There's people that I know and connections, but I hope you create a brand, a business out of it. The money you make, get out of any of your deals, try to invest it in yourself, and not just product, but yourself and your brand. Don't just buy like a nice, car, or all those dumb things. Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, well, are you still with that girl?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are back together.
Yeah.
Well, oh. See, he told me he broke up and now they're back together. See, so that's what I'm saying. Girls cost. Well, how do you say it in Spanish?
Dinero.
Mucho, lots, too much cash. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Angel, thanks again. Thank you so much. And I'm going to pan back to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for helping out. Thank you for, go back there real quick. And thank you so much for coming out. Also, by the way, his dad is a contractor. And that just shows you the work ethic, what's going on. I think a lot of people in generation, like, I got to say, like my own son, Scott, after watching this, see what's going on here? Angel's out there hustling. He's not playing Minecraft. Well, he does, but he did or whatever. But he realized that you can't go out there and just play Minecraft, Roblox, Fortnite, whatever. I mean, that's entertainment, right? It's a fantasy, but you want to. What's really driving you, Angel? Like, what's driving you to get out there? Like,
I don't know, just a better future for myself and for my family, and just helping people.
yeah.
That's my motivation right there.
Well, I like to know that business thing next time over dinner sometime. All right, guys. Thanks again, guys. All right, guys. Stay safe. Thanks again for watching. More video about Beckett, all that other stuff. Thank you again, Angel. We'll talk to you guys soon. Hey everyone, it's me, Daniel with VintageMagic.com. I want to share with you more about how we handle consignments. So to begin the consignment process, we actually need to start with the consultation service. In this consultation, I will determine what you're looking to do. And generally, consigners usually tell me, hey Dan, I'm looking to sell my items and maximize the value of their collection. After we determine through the consultation, I usually like to do an appraisal process. And an appraisal process in terms of a consignment is more fitted towards authenticity and valuation for current market values. From there, after a contract is crafted and signed, we will then receive the items from you. The reason why our consignment process is very thorough is we also identify cards that could be graded so then they can maximize higher dollar values. So the payment process is very simple. Once we have sold your items, you'll get an updated ledger and we will process payment for whatever form of payment you need. As a consignor, you're gonna experience our white glove service. What that means is I'm gonna personally handle your collectibles from beginning to end. And rest assured, the client that purchases your collectibles will also receive the same white glove service. It's a signature service that I really pride myself on in working closely with my clients.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.